Some of the foods sitting in your kitchen right now can send your blood sugar soaring faster than a candy bar, and a few surprising ones barely move the needle at all. By the end of this list, the food you thought was the healthy choice might be the one working against you. Number 16. Sugary soda. Because the sugar here is already in liquid form, it enters the bloodstream almost immediately, with no fiber or fat to slow digestion. A single can can raise blood sugar within 10 to 15 minutes, often followed by a sharp crash that leaves you reaching for something else to eat soon after. This drink carries a glycemic index around 63, virtually zero fat, zero fiber, and close to 39 grams of sugar per can. This makes it one of the worst choices on this list. Number 15. White bread. Made from refined flour with the fiber-rich bran and germs stripped away, white bread breaks down into glucose almost as quickly as sugar itself. It carries a glycemic index in the mid-70s, meaning it spikes blood sugar nearly as fast as many desserts. A typical slice has a glycemic index of about 75, under 1 gram of fat, roughly 1 gram of fiber, and around 3 grams of protein. This makes it one of the worst choices on this list. Number 14. Cornflakes Cereal. This one surprises people since it's often seen as a light breakfast option, but the highly processed corn is broken down and absorbed quickly, pushing its glycemic index into a similarly high range as white bread. Without protein or fiber alongside it, the spike hits fast and fades fast too. A serving sits at a glycemic index near 81, close to 0 grams of fat, about 1 gram of fiber, and 2 grams of protein. This makes it one of the worst choices on this list. If a breakfast cereal ranks this high, imagine the everyday snack that's even worse. Number 13 is something millions of people eat without thinking twice, and its blood sugar impact is even more shocking. Number 13. Russet potato, baked. The starch inside a russet potato is made up of a type that digests unusually quickly once cooked, especially without the skin. This gives it one of the highest glycemic index scores among common vegetables, comparable to eating straight starch. A medium-baked potato carries a glycemic index around 78, virtually no fat, about 2 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of protein. This makes it one of the worst choices on this list. Number 12. White rice. Stripped of its outer bran layer during processing, white rice digests fast and offers very little fiber to slow that process down. It's a dietary staple for millions of Americans, which makes its blood sugar impact worth knowing, even though it's easy to overlook. A cooked cup has a glycemic index near 73, under 1 gram of fat, less than 1 gram of fiber, and around 4 grams of protein. This makes it one of the worst choices on this list. Number 11. Watermelon. Despite being mostly water, watermelon has a high glycemic index because the sugar it does contain is absorbed quickly with almost no fiber to buffer it. The upside is that a typical serving contains relatively few total carbs, which softens its real-world impact compared to its GI number alone. A cup carries a glycemic index around 76, virtually no fat, under 1 gram of fiber, and about 9 grams of sugar. This makes it one of the worst choices on this list, despite its healthy reputation. Number 10. Ripe banana. As a banana ripens, its starches convert into sugars, which is part of why a very ripe spotted banana raises blood sugar noticeably faster than a slightly green one. It still brings potassium and some fiber, which keep it from ranking among the worst offenders. A medium-ripe banana has a glycemic index near 62, close to 0 grams of fat, about 3 grams of fiber, and 422 milligrams of potassium. This lands in the middle of the list, better than the options above it, but still not among the best choices. Number 9. Mango. Naturally sweet and rich in fast-digesting sugars, mango sits solidly in the moderate to high range for blood sugar impact. It does carry vitamin C and fiber, which slow digestion somewhat compared to fruit juice made from the same fruit. A cup of mango has a glycemic index around 60, under 1 gram of fat, about 3 grams of fiber, and 60 milligrams of vitamin C. This lands in the middle of the list, still not one of the better choices for blood sugar control. Number 8. Sweet corn. The starch in corn digests at a moderate pace, landing it roughly in the middle of this list. Its fiber content is meaningful enough to slow the sugar release compared to more refined starches like white rice or bread. A cup of corn carries a glycemic index near 52, about 1 gram of fat, 4 grams of fiber, and 5 grams of protein. This makes it one of the better choices on this list. Number 7. Brown rice. Keeping its outer bran layer intact gives brown rice noticeably more fiber than white rice, which slows glucose absorption and produces a gentler rise in blood sugar. It's a straightforward swap that meaningfully changes the impact of a meal built around rice. A cooked cup has a glycemic index around 50, under 2 grams of fat, about 3.5 grams of fiber, and 5 grams of protein. This makes it one of the better choices on this list. Number 6. Sweet potato. Despite its natural sweetness, sweet potato digests more slowly than a russet potato, largely due to its different starch structure and higher fiber content. It also provides a meaningful dose of vitamin A, adding nutritional value alongside its gentler blood sugar profile. A medium sweet potato carries a glycemic index near 44, virtually no fat, 4 grams of fiber, and well over 100% of daily vitamin A needs. This makes it one of the better choices on this list. Number 5. Quinoa. As a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, quinoa's protein content works alongside its fiber to slow digestion considerably. This combination keeps blood sugar rise slow and steady rather than sharp. A cooked cup has a glycemic index around 53, about 3.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of fiber, and 8 grams of protein. This makes it one of the better choices on this list. Number 4. Apple. The skin of an apple contains pectin, a type of soluble fiber that slows sugar absorption significantly compared to peeled fruit or fruit juice. A medium apple typically causes only a modest, gradual rise in blood sugar. A medium apple carries a glycemic index around 36, virtually no fat, about 4.5 grams of fiber, and 19 grams of total sugar. This makes it one of the better choices on this list. Number 3. Steel-Cut Oats. Unlike instant oatmeal, steel-cut oats are minimally processed, keeping their fiber structure largely intact. This slows digestion enough that blood sugar rises gradually over the course of an hour or more rather than spiking early. A cooked cup has a glycemic index near 42, about 3 grams of fat, 5 grams of fiber, and 7 grams of protein. This makes it one of the good choices on this list. Number 2. Chickpeas. High in both fiber and protein, chickpeas digest slowly enough that they're often used in research specifically to study gentle, sustained blood sugar responses. A single serving can noticeably blunt the blood sugar impact of other foods eaten in the same meal. A cup of chickpeas carries a glycemic index around 28, about 4 grams of fat, 12.5 grams of fiber, and 15 grams of protein. This makes it one of the best choices on this list. Number 1. Lentils. With one of the lowest glycemic index scores of any common food, lentils combine high fiber and high protein in a way that produces one of the slowest, steadiest blood sugar responses you can get from a plate of food. Even paired with higher GI foods, lentils can noticeably soften the overall spike of the meal. A cooked cup carries a glycemic index around 21, less than 1 gram of fat, 15.5 grams of fiber, and 18 grams of protein. This makes it the single best choice on this list for blood sugar control. If your usual breakfast or lunch staple landed higher on this list than you expected, drop it in the comments. And subscribe if you want the next ranking to cover which foods actually keep you full the longest.